This is an overview of Raindance water system usability assessment. In this assessment, I will provide an introduction that includes the description of the Raindance water system website, the methods utilized to do the usability assessment, and the top 5 usability issues we uncovered. The conclusion and recommendations are briefly discussed at the end. Raindance water system sells a wide range of water purification filtration products to various residential, commercial, industrial customers. They include reverse osmosis, carbon filtration, iron filters, water testing, and a host of other products and services. The methods we utilized were user inquiries and heuristic reviews. User inquiries included surveys and interviews. These were done to understand the potential new users' needs and expectations. And the top findings were that the users were really not very knowledgeable about the water filtration and purification systems, and they wanted a website that provided easy to use and understand product information. The heuristic reviews are the expert evaluation of the site based on the principles of human factors and user interface design. We'll be discussing each of these principles before each issue is discussed. Mission and value is the first principle. It's important to psychologically ground the users and visitors with a well-designed homepage and a well-stated mission statement and values of the company. When we looked at the Raindance water system, there's really no mission and value statement, and there's really not a good homepage. There's a first page that has products listed with different technical terminologies, but it doesn't qualify for a mission and value statement. This is a high priority issue that needs to be taken care of. I included an example of a competitor website, Kinetico, that has a very well designed homepage with a very nice mission and value statement. Information architecture is another area that is a key factor in designing a good website. Information presented in a website need to be well organized set of information based on the specific needs of the user. User needs they need to be well understood and organized into a hierarchical fashion that basically follows the natural needs and workflows of the users. Raindance water system, there's really a lot of unorganized information about all sorts of products to all sorts of customers, and they're typed in a single space, small font, in pages that go on and on for a long time. It's very hard to read through, very hard to find information, so the organization is lacking. This is another high priority issue that needs to be addressed. Navigation, obviously having the information is good, organizing it good, but they need to be placed in the proper screens, proper menus, proper drop-down menus or buttons, and this is really an art form to allow the user to navigate from page to page and find information about different products and follow the link on those. It's not unlike navigating through a city with a good map with lots of landmarks, city, street names, and tools that allow the user to do this very easily. Lack of basic navigation tools is another thing that we noticed for Raindance water system. They have used hyperlinks to do this, very ineffective, and even the hyperlinks are very hard to read. This is another high priority issue that needs to be addressed. Feedback and feed forward. The user feedback is providing information to the user at each step of the interaction to let them know that what action has been completed and accomplished. Feed forward is letting them know that what is the next step and how many steps they need to do, for example, to complete a transaction or a purchase. When we looked at Raindance water system, the information is very hard to find, and there's no feedback provided to the user on where they are, where they can find the information. And when we found these information, they were basically a lot of irrelevant information about even when we typed specific product name, came up with a lot of irrelevant information. So there's no aid is provided basically to take you through the steps of a purchase process, and we were not able to complete the purchase process. User recall versus recognition to minimize the user memory load or their prior knowledge about the product. It's very good not to rely on that. The user shouldn't have to remember information from one part of the screen to another. An instruction for use of the system should be really visible, easily retrievable, and more of an emphasis on recognizing something rather than remembering and recalling. When we looked at this aspect of the Raindance water system, we noticed that there's a lot of technical information that's used, and they expect the user really to know these in order to navigate through the screens. And then hard to understand terminology was another area. Basically, the user has to know what reverse osmosis means, or removal means, or different kinds of filters are in order to even get past the first page. In conclusion, we think Raindance water system is suffering from systematic usability issues. We recommend that the user needs to be well understood, categorized, prioritized, and organized into menus and buttons and drop-downs. Some of the examples are provided in the report on what to do, and basically this site has a good potential with some rework of the website. Thank you.